Mark Sinclair Vincent was born on July 18, 1967, in Alameda County, California, United States. Raised in New York City, Diesel grew up in a multicultural household alongside his fraternal twin brother. His mother, Delora Shirlene Vincent, worked as an astrologer, while his adoptive father, Irving H. Vincent, was an acting instructor and theater manager. This environment would unknowingly plant the seeds of a future career. Interestingly, Diesel never knew his biological father and has described himself as being of ambiguous ethnicity, reflecting a mix of cultural influences that would later shape his identity, both on and off screen. At just 7 years old, Diesel's life took a dramatic turn. He and his friends broke into a theater in New York with the intention of vandalizing it. Instead of punishment, the theater's artistic director offered them roles in a play. That moment changed everything. From that day forward, Diesel found himself immersed in acting. What started as mischief became destiny. Diesel attended Hunter College in New York, where he studied creative writing. It was here that he began developing a passion not just for acting but for storytelling. However, like many aspiring actors, his journey was far from easy. After dropping out of college to pursue acting in Los Angeles, Diesel faced repeated rejection. Casting directors didn't know where to place him, he didn't fit traditional racial categories, and roles were limited. To survive, he worked various jobs including as a nightclub bouncer and telemarketer. It was during this time that he adopted the name Vin Diesel, Vin from his last name Vincent, and Diesel, reflecting his relentless energy. Unlike many actors who wait for their big break, Diesel decided to create his own. Inspired by a filmmaking book his mother gave him, he wrote, directed, produced, and starred in the short film Multifacial, a semi-autobiographical story about a struggling multiracial actor. The film was selected for the Cannes Film Festival, marking Diesel's first major recognition. He followed this with his first feature film, Strays, which he funded by working as a telemarketer. These projects didn't make him famous, but they did something far more important. They got him noticed. Everything changed when legendary director Steven Spielberg saw Multifacial. Impressed by Diesel's raw talent, Spielberg cast him in Saving Private Ryan, a critically acclaimed war film. This role was small, but it opened the door to Hollywood. Suddenly, Vin Diesel was no longer invisible. Diesel's real breakthrough came in 2000 with Pitch Black, where he played the anti-hero Richard B. Riddick. The film showcased his signature style. Deep, commanding voice, physically imposing presence, mysterious, intense charisma. But it was in 2001 that Diesel became a global star. In The Fast and the Furious, Diesel played Dominic Toretto, a street racer with a code of loyalty centered around one powerful idea: family. The film was a massive success, grossing far beyond expectations and launching one of the biggest franchises in cinematic history. Diesel followed up with XXX as Xander Cage, The Chronicles of Riddick the Pacifier, showing his comedic side. Despite some box office setbacks, Diesel had already cemented himself as an action star. After briefly stepping away, Diesel returned to the Fast and Furious franchise in 2009, not just as an actor, but as a producer. This marked a turning point. Under his leadership, the franchise evolved from street racing films into global action spectacles. Major installs include Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, grossing over $1.5 billion worldwide. The fate of the Furious F9 Fast X. What made Diesel unique wasn't just his acting, it was his vision. He turned a simple car movie into a global cultural phenomenon. Diesel's voice became one of his greatest assets. He voiced the Iron Giant in the Iron Giant Groot in Guardians of the Galaxy and other Marvel films. Despite Groot only saying, "I am Groot," Diesel's performance became iconic worldwide. Unlike many celebrities, Diesel is extremely private. He has been in a long-term relationship with model Paloma Jiménez, and they have 3 children together. Diesel has often stated that he follows a code of silence, inspired by legendary actors like Harrison Ford, Marlon Brando, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino. His philosophy is simple: let the work speak louder than the personal life. Vin Diesel is more than just an actor. He is a filmmaker, a producer, a global brand. He helped redefine action movies in the 21st century. More importantly, he introduced a powerful emotional core into blockbuster cinema: family. loyalty, brotherhood. At the heart of Diesel's success lies a simple truth. He didn't wait for Hollywood to accept him. He forced Hollywood to adapt to him. From writing his own films, to building billion-dollar franchises, to becoming one of the highest-grossing actors of all time, Vin Diesel's journey is proof that sometimes the only way to succeed is to create your own path. Vin Diesel's story is not just about fame. It's about resilience. It's about identity. It's about turning rejection into power. From a struggling actor making short films to the face of one of the biggest franchises in history, Vin Diesel didn't just rise. He built an empire one film, one risk, one decision at a time.